Hi, everyone. It is Coach Mo with one of my favorite guests here, Elysha Lenkin, my professional, personal stylist, and the stylist to our kick ass clients. Elysha and I were just talking about how she has been involved in multiple of my programs and really helped a lot of women reclaim their style. If you're new to Coach Mo Live, I am Coach Mo. I am the founder and creator of the 12-week kick-ass transformational workshop where we help women bring their soul back to life and land their dream job, just like our awesome kick-ass grad who graduated on Friday, landing her dream job in a 2-level up promotion at the company she was at, feeling not so great, feeling that she might have to leave it, but she didn't want to leave this awesome company. And she got the desired outcome. And we're cheering her on, as well as many other clients who are in our workshop, continuing to rock and roll. Andy, who landed a great job on Friday, and just really, really rocking our kick ass community. So, Elysha, why don't you just do a little introduction on you? And again, really, really great to see you here again today.
I am so excited to be here with you today, Mo. Thank you so much for having
Yes.
me. My name is Elysha Lenkin. I am a personal fashion stylist, and I have been in the business of helping women feel incredible in their clothes for
Yeah, right.
25 years now. I've been doing this since the 90s. So I got my start working on commercial shoots for big brands, magazines, celebrities. And I love working on commercial shoots. It's a very creative energy. I love the collaboration. But a couple years ago, I started working privately with everyday women, everyday professional women. And what I discovered was that my gifts and talents are better served helping these everyday professional women because so
Amen.
many of us are struggling. We're struggling to get dressed. And for me, it's something that's always just been fun and easy and second nature. So that is what I do today is I help these women. I help them understand how to dress their bodies. I show them how to put their outfits together so that they feel effortless, and I help them feel more confident in their clothes. So that's what I do today in my one-on-one styling as well as my group styling programs.
Yes, indeed. And I can certainly vouch. And the reason why we've had you on so many of our workshops, and if you're in our 12-week workshop, there's an extra special styling session, styling for your interviews and for the work ahead. But today I wanted to talk about the work that I personally have done. I want to talk about and get Elysha's expertise on what the new rules of workwear are, given that we are coming out of a very tumultuous time where we were able to basically wear pajamas to work. And now we have to reconfigure this casual wear with a professional look. And what are the new rules? I want to make sure if you're in this kick-ass community, if you're one of the followers, if you are one of our awesome clients, please say hello. And I want to say hello to Jane and Kimberly and Aaron. Aaron, congratulations as well. Another dream job landed. So here's the cool thing. Years ago, Elysha, was it 4 or 5 years ago?
Yeah, it was a while ago.
Yeah, maybe it been 5 years ago. One of my clients, an attorney who I absolutely adored, this client was freaking awesome. And she found Elysha, got herself completely styled up, and then connected Elysha and I together. And Elysha, again, I know that we say this all the time, but you were so awesome in following up and tracking me down because, to be honest with you, the last thing I wanted was to talk about my personal style because it was an area of insecurity for me. And being sort of a kick-ass corporate gal, rocking and rolling, owning the stage, being able to do what I did in the corporate world, do what I do as a coach, I didn't really think that I needed to deal with that. But when I finally got myself recalibrated to say, hey, Elysha, nice to meet you, and asked about what you do and how you do it, I signed up for everything that you had because I realized in talking with you that I had insecurity about what I was wearing. And folks, if you want to work with Elysha privately, be coachable and be ready to understand and appreciate how important not only what you wear, but what you choose and how you choose your clothes how that impacts your sense of self. And I didn't realize that I was, let's just say, off track with my alignment based on what I was wearing. And I'm going to take myself off the hook just a little bit. I was raised in going to Catholic schools where I had to wear uniforms. So I used to always consider myself wardrobe challenged because for the first 18 years of my life, I was told what to wear: plaid skirt, navy skirt, knee socks, white shirt, light blue shirt. I was told what to wear. So I had no creativity in my clothes. And I sort of felt that as long as I figured out the uniform, I was good to go. But I always felt awkward. And then, of course, as I got a little bit older, gained a little bit of weight, and then I started feeling a little bit more insecure in wearing certain clothes. Well, the road was going in the wrong direction for me. And I will tell you this. Thank you, Missy, for the blue. I have learned from working with Elysha what my style is, what looks good on me, what I like wearing, and what really feels right and true for me. Not just as a coach doing Facebook lives and being out in the public eye, so to speak, but for me as a person. I feel much more comfortable expressing myself. Elysha, let's talk a little bit about everyone's challenges with wardrobe, and then let's dive into the new work rules on wardrobe. So I just laid my heart bare on my wardrobe challenges. And so talk to us a little bit about what you do when you work with a client. I know I wasn't very unique to the challenges that you deal with your clients.
Yeah, well, so this idea of being in a uniform and really not having to make decisions about your wardrobe, interestingly enough, this is something that I see in many women who I work with, whether it was uniforms or just a strict upbringing. Many of these women, they never had to think about what to wear, and so they just followed the rules and they did that, and then all of a sudden one day they wake up and they realize that, wow, I haven't been dressing myself, and here I am, a 30, 40, 50, 60-year-old woman, and I haven't been making these decisions. And that is a very overwhelming and scary place to be, because
Yeah.
you think that you're supposed to know how to do this. You think you're supposed to know how to get dressed every day. But if you've been told to dress a certain way, or if you believe that you need to dress a certain way, then when all of a sudden you're let free, it's going to feel very confusing and overwhelming. So that is actually something I see in a lot of women. And then the other women who come to me, they maybe they haven't been so restricted. They just have fallen into some kind of a rut. They have a lot of clothes in their closet, yet they wear the same 3 or 4 pieces every single time. Maybe there's been a change. This is a big thing. There's been a change. There's been a change in their body. Bodies change. This is very normal. It happens with kids. It happens with age. Yep. So the bodies change, the lifestyle changing. This is another really big reason that women come to me, being in transition. So your lifestyle change. Maybe you got a new job. Maybe you are looking to get the new job and you're looking to up level. Maybe the kids are now older, so you have more time for yourself. So this change in lifestyle is another reason. And when we're in transition,
right,
that is a time of confusion, because what used to work doesn't work anymore. So you look at your clothes, all you do when you see your clothes is you're reminded of who you used to be. You're reminded, yeah, I don't want to wear any of it. You're reminded of the person in the different body. You're reminded of the person who was at the old job, or the person, you just are reminded of that person who you no longer are, and you need to get your wardrobe up to speed. So this is exactly what I do. And for each person, it is a unique experience, because our personal style really comes down to who we are, how we want to feel. And then you've got to bring in the data, like what is your body, what is your coloring, and what do you like? What are your personal preferences? So these all come together to create your unique personal style.
Right. And I realized in working with you that I was trying to dress in a way that I thought was cool, or what I was supposed to be wearing. And there were some things that I liked the piece of clothing, but it looked horrible on me. I mean, not really horrible. Like I didn't ever leave the house looking, that bad, but it didn't fit me. It didn't, and I don't mean fit body, fit me as a person, as what was my sensibility. And it's so great when we first got to know each other. the work that you do aligns the congruency of a human being with what she is wearing. And it goes so well with what I do with the congruency of your soul. So when you have your soul right and you have your sense of self right, now you're going to make choices in every area of your life that are going to be more right for you. But I will tell you this, ladies, in working with Elysha, I realized the blind spots that I had on dressing myself. I was going through the motions of many things that I had been avoiding knowing, understanding, or working on for so many years. Again, back to I wore a uniform for the first 18 years of my life. And college, it didn't really matter. My first job out of college was as a nurse. So I was wearing uniforms, white uniforms at the time. We weren't wearing fancy scrubs back then. And then as I got into more corporate type of roles, I sort of wore clothes that were sort of uniform looking, and I didn't have much creativity. And every now and then, if I did do something that was creative, I wasn't sure about it. So I would be insecure in wearing something. And Elysha, you really helped me like see the blind spots. You helped me see through the areas that I was just making mistakes on for myself. Not that I was making mistakes on clothes. It was really about what was right for me. Now, I've been working from home, online business, coaching since 2014. So for a great long 8 years. And I have always prided myself on getting ready for work, even if I'm working from home. And so getting dressed, and as you know, having worked with me over the years, getting dressed for success meant something different as a coach working from home than it did in my corporate role, which was always with a jacket, more of a fancier outfit and that sort of thing. I had to play the part of chief operating officer. And I thought I did a decent job with that, but coming into my own personal style without that role to play was an awkward transition. So now, hopefully, you're liking the shirt I'm wearing. I've got a little piece on, always nervous working with Elysha on the Facebook Live. Did I dress properly? What are the new rules for not only just working and having a style on Zoom, Elysha, but also so many folks are partly back in the office. And so talk about some of the transitions that we have to consider and think about.
Yes. Before I get into the new rules, I just want to say, first off, what has not changed, because this is really important for us to know what we still need to be doing, because everything has changed now since the pandemic. Everything has changed. So let's just remember what still matters and what still is important. And this is number one, is that your clothes impact how you feel. Okay. There have been scientific studies that prove this, that what you put on impacts how you feel. So you need to remember this when you're getting dressed. If you're getting dressed and you're putting on something like your nighttime loungy sweatpants, that is going to signal to your brain that it is time to shut down and relax. Okay. So remember that your clothes, they impact how you feel. That is so important, because yes, I'm going to get into what one of the main rules is that has changed now, is that our dressing has gotten more casual. Okay. We have gotten more casual, and we're seeing this across the board. But let's not forget that this trend towards a more casual workwear attire has started even before the pandemic, when JP Morgan, they set their no dress code. I don't remember what the words were that they used exactly, but flexible. I think it was flexible dress code. And basically what that means is you need to look professional. You need to look good. People were so confused. I remember I had a client, she works at a bank, and she called me, this is before the pandemic, and she called me because she said, I can do the suits. I just have no idea what to do now that we're doing business casual. She's like, what is business casual?
Right. Yeah, exactly. And that's a tricky navigation for women in particular. I mean, to me, I think it's sort of easier for guys, because women's clothes are sometimes styled in a way that's not appropriate, meaning maybe there's more body reveal. Maybe there's not as much modesty as we want to have at work. And so we have to be careful that we're still dressing in ways that keep our professional status and that are not dinner wear.
Yes. And you bring up what another thing that has not changed. So it has not changed that your clothes impact how you feel, but what else hasn't changed is you want to make the right impression. And your
Yes.
clothes are a huge part of this. The bottom
Yes.
line is that people are going to judge you based on your appearance, whether you like it or not, in the first couple seconds. It's just
Yep.
the hard fact of
Yep.
life. But also,
Yep.
this is an opportunity. If someone is going to judge you and you have complete control over what you wear, you get to
Right.
take charge of that narrative. So that is an
Amen.
opportunity for you to take
Yes.
charge of how others are going to perceive you. And also, I
Yes.
like to think of it as how they're going to receive you. A lot of people talk
Yes.
about the way people perceive you, but let's think about this as an exchange in energy, and what you're putting
Yes.
out is what you're
Yes.
going to get back.
Yeah.
So making a strong first impression has not changed. You still want to do that.
Right.
Okay. So that's
Yes.
really important. And the fact that the clothing, dress codes, they have become more casual. I mean, the people who were wearing suits are now doing this more casual wear. And the people who were doing the casual wear before, I'm hearing a lot more people are going to work in scrubs. If they have anything to do with healthcare, I'm hearing people are now wearing scrubs to work. So it definitely has gotten more casual. I was just talking to a woman. She had reached out because she's looking for work right now, and she was called in for a meeting. She works in tech, which is another, so tech is a big
Yeah.
reason why the industries
Yeah.
have gotten more casual, because of the
Right.
hoodie from the Facebook guy. So
Right.
anyways,
Right.
she was having a meeting with a recruiter, and the meeting was in a coffee shop. Okay, because people are giving up their office spaces.
Yes.
And so,
Yes.
so she's like, what am
Yes.
I supposed to wear to this
Right.
meeting in the coffee
Right.
shop?
Yeah.
And she's thinking about what the other recruiters have been wearing. And the fact of the matter is they've all been wearing jeans. And so
Mhm.
I told her, you just want to make sure that you're still going to make the right impression, and remember that your clothes are still impacting. Now, if everybody is wearing jeans, you want to pay attention to that, because you don't want to be the person who shows up, dressed for the banquet when everyone else is going to the barbecue. So
Yeah.
company culture is so important, knowing who your audience and paying attention to company culture. So the way that you can learn this is you go on social media, go to their website, look at the pictures. How are the people dressing? And she had also
Right.
been to some other events, so she had some clues that they're wearing jeans. So in the end, she ended up wearing a pair of dark denim, because dark
Mhm.
denim is always going to look more polished and professional than
Right.
light denim. Now let's remember, she works in tech, right? So know your audience. If you're working in healthcare, if you're working in real estate development, you might not have the same ground rules as tech.
Exactly. Yep.
But she ended up wearing dark denim with a blazer and a blouse. And she
Mhm.
wore flats, because people are throwing their heels away, right? That's something else
Yeah.
that has changed, is that
Comfortable feet.
they don't
Yeah.
want to suffer in their
Yeah.
uncomfortable shoes.
Right. And actually too high of a heel to me is sort of like going out wear versus work wear. One of the things I want to talk about on what's new is partly my experience recently of interviewing several dozen people for roles on my team. And so I've had the opportunity to have a lot of Zoom interviews over the last couple of months now. And I will say that there are still some people making some big faux pas on what they're wearing to interviews. And if you're a client of mine, you're going to get advice along these lines, and to the degree that we're going to help you really totally kick ass and show up for the role that you want to interview for. But ladies, please always consider that you can be more dressed up than the other person on the line. And to Alysha's point, like, wearing jeans is not something that's going to show up on a Zoom call. But please dress up your top. Be in a professional mode. I liked your words, Elysha. Be ready to be not only perceived well, but received well. There's maybe if you arrive in person at a tech meeting, basically, like you said, banquet versus barbecue, but there's definitely a lot of gradations between the banquet and barbecue. Find your niche on what is going to work for you. But when you're interviewing on a Zoom call, make sure that you're showing up for the role that you want to be in. And Elysha makes a great point. Check out their website and see what types of clothes the people on their website. Every website, every company that is of any size, sure, not the small ones, maybe less than 20 or 30 people, won't have this, but most companies will have a people or HR or hiring page, and they will usually have pictures of people that marketing has vetted, that they are approving, that this is how we show what people look like who work for us. So please make sure that you're in that mode. Elysha, what is really changing with sort of the go back to office versus what was the office attire? Again, you said more casual, but let's get more specific, because I don't know if people are still wearing suits, if people are still wearing more of a dressed up look. Is it by industry? Give us a little bit more granularity on how the trend has changed in the office.
Yeah, so it's definitely by industry. So based on my clients and what I'm hearing from my stylist colleagues, it really does vary based on industry. For example, women who are in leadership in healthcare and also real estate development, those women are still wearing their blazers and their blouses on their Zoom calls, and they are showing up in the way that they were pre-pandemic. Okay, so it really does depend on industry. Otherwise, if your industry has gone more casual, which many of them have, including, finance, right? Then there's this new category of clothing that has been developed since the pandemic, and it's called work leisure. Okay.
Yes.
And what this is it is professional silhouettes in more comfortable or performance fabrics. So this is where you're going to have your knitwear blazers. This is where you're going to have your trousers, your work trousers that have almost as much stretch as a yoga pant. Because the idea here is that you're going to look professional, but you're going to feel comfortable, because the biggest rule that has changed is that we want to be comfortable now. People want to be comfortable. And what studies have shown is that people are still performing just as well in their comfortable clothes. Now, there is a caveat to this rule about being comfortable. And I really want to emphasize that you can choose comfort to a fault. And that is when your clothes are no longer motivating you or energizing you. Remember when I said you're putting on your sweats that are signaling the end of the day, or the clothes you wear when you don't feel well? So that's not what we're talking about. We're talking about choosing comfort. Think about your fabrics. Keep your silhouettes very professional, because you don't want to have to think about your clothes. Once you've gotten dressed for the day, your clothes, you're done.
You want to feel in line, and you want to feel comfortable. You don't want to be self-conscious about it. We have a client who recently landed a job working in a healthcare facility. Her previous job, she's a director of HR. Her previous job was work from home. And she was excited to have a job that required her to be in the facility, being around people, being more in the mix of the culture and being a part of that. And she sort of made a little joke when she made her celebratory post about her new job. She said, I'm going from sweatsuits to pantsuits. And she did a wardrobe makeover, had a lot of fun. Claiming herself back as a woman who is professionally dressed. I got to say, she, like probably thousands and thousands of women out there, felt more down about who they are in the world, because the clothes that she was wearing to work from home started getting very, very casual and very, very, I don't know that she wore pajamas, but I'm just saying sort of like what you're talking about. Like when you wear clothes that sort of signal, I'm sick, I'm not, whatever. Like you're subconsciously giving yourself messages all throughout the day. I'll tell you this, I don't wear tights or exercise clothes during the day. It's not part of my workout. It's not part of my work wear. It's part of my workout wear. And the other day, I did purchase a pair of tights that are too nice to work out in. I thought, oh, maybe I'll wear a pair of tights at work and, nice top type of thing. I got to tell you, subconsciously, I felt like I was in my workout wear. I didn't like it. So, and as you know, Elysha, one of the things that we did when we worked together, I like wearing slacks. I like wearing a structured slack. I like wearing something that feels like I'm going to work. I'm in a uniform and outfit that signals to my subconscious and is aligned with myself that it's something a bit dressy. Like it's a purposefulness in what I'm wearing. And that's been a part of my work from home dress for the past 8 years, to have a purposefulness that I'm showing up to work, that I'm now entering this threshold of my day, and that I am appropriately dressed for it and not feel like I'm knocking off early on a workout to show up on a Zoom call, or, oh geez, I'm super casual and hey, what's going on everyone? Like, I feel I need to dress for work. And I got a little reminder of that the other day when I thought I was going to be kind of cool again and wear these exercise tights, which are gorgeous tights, okay? But I didn't feel right for work. So I had my Elysha on my shoulder, and I decided that they were not workwear. So now I'm just going to have like fancy workout clothes, which I go to Pilates now. So those are going to be my Pilates workout stuff, a little bit fancier. I will say, ladies, if what our conversation is, if it's resonating with you, I really want you to understand, appreciate that the subconscious that you're living in around your wardrobe, around your clothes, is affecting how you feel about yourself, is affecting your kick-assness. And if you're one of my clients, Elysha, from the modules in the workshop, if you are ready to upgrade your career and move forward in your career, hit us up for a clarity call. That's the way we assess whether you're ready to do the work or whether we're a right fit. And that is mofall.com/live clarity. One of the reasons why I wanted to introduce Elysha today again on the Coach Mo Live is because she has a very, very cool, fun wardrobe redo. And it's no time better than between spring and summer, really starting to reassess what you're wearing, who you are. Maybe you're one of the people who has exercised more during the past few months. Maybe that was part of your routine and you've gotten a little bit more in shape and you're ready to totally rock and roll. Elysha, tell us about your 3-day challenge that is coming up.
Yes, thank you so much. I'm really excited about this. This is a free 3-day challenge to reclaim your style and find your signature. So your signature is the thread between everything you wear. And it's right. Yeah, exactly. And it's always changing. That's the thing, is when I look at pictures of myself from a few years ago, I don't want to wear those clothes anymore, right? Because we are always shifting and changing. Now, throw the pandemic into it, our lifestyles have shifted too. So this challenge is about finding your signature so that getting dressed gets easier. You know what to buy when you go shopping, and you will be able to move forward with a personal style that is expressing who you are today and who you are becoming. So I'm really excited about this challenge. Everybody, Mo's community is always welcome and invited to join me in this. And I hope you can join me live.
Yes. So when you do one of these challenges, and I know we had a flurry of our clients doing it with you the last time you did it, and it was a lot of fun, and they really refreshed their closets. Tell me a little bit about what's to be expected, or when they're in the 3-day challenge, what's that look like for them? Are they going to get a chance to dive into their closet and get some sense of what's no longer them?
Yeah, absolutely. We're going to spend 3 days and we're going to dig deep so that you get super clear about who you are, how you want to look, and what's right for your style. So you're going to remind yourself of what you love, because what happens is everything changes. We change, our preferences change, our lifestyles change. And the things that we used to love, we may not like them anymore. I'm going to share why you're always missing the mark with your outfits. So what you're doing wrong and why you think you should be wearing something and then you put it on and you're like, oh, I don't really want to wear this. And I'm also going to help you reinvent your favorites, the things in your closet that you stopped wearing. I'm going to help you remember why you love them, and I'm going to show you how to bring them back into your regular rotation. So it's going to be,
Yes,
there's going to be a ton of learning. I'm going to be sharing, I've got 25 years of styling experience that I'm going to be
absolutely.
sharing. It's going to be interactive. You're going to be able to ask questions, and it's always fun. Everything I do and I put together is really fun, because what I've learned is that women love to come together and they love to talk about fashion.
Yeah,
So
it's
that is
great.
what we're going to do.
Wait, and you know what? I even want to say it this way, Elysha, because when you say the word fashion,
Yeah.
I personally think I don't like fashion.
Mm,
Fashion's not my thing,
yeah.
but I do want to feel comfortable in my clothes. Ladies, I've put the link here below us. If you're watching us live, it's Elysha Lenkin. It's ELYSHALENKIN.com/more claim. And if you're watching this in a rebroadcast or in my podcast, please visit Elysha Lenkin's website anyway, and you'll find all sorts of cool things and ways to dive in to work with her. So Elysha, when you do one of these programs, you're gonna help all of these gals basically reconstitute what's in their closet. You're gonna help them reconstitute what they are wearing, what they are putting on every day, how they're claiming their comfort level, their professional level, and be able to make some choices to blend that. And I just love that you do these a few times a year, because our gals dive in and really do a great job with it. I love cleaning out my closet every now and then. I love kind of tossing out the things that I've purchased that, what was I thinking? Or, something that just looked good maybe in the store, or, we talked about this when we worked together. You make decisions based on things that you look in a store, or someone convinces you and you buy it, and then you get it home and it's too late to return or whatever. Or you're thinking, I'll wear that someday. Or how about the famous, I'll wear that when I lose 10 pounds. So Elysha is going to really help you reclaim your signature, reclaim your wardrobe, and also make sure that it's matching up with where we are going with fashion, wardrobe, workwear, and help you really claim that best slot for yourself. Elysha, I'm looking forward to hearing back from all the clients and all the gals who will be participating. Remind us again when it's running and how to sign up.
Yeah, so it's going to be 3 days next week. That's Tuesday, May 3rd, Wednesday, May 4th, and Thursday, May 5th. Okay, so we're going to be meeting at 1 p.m. Eastern on Zoom. If you go to the link, ElyshaLenkin.com/Mo Reclaim, it looks like more
Oh, it's
reclaim
Mo.
also.
I thought I was Mo Reclaim.
It's Mo.
Got it.
It's Mo
More
Reclaim.
claim. Mo Reclaim. Love it.
Yeah. So if you go there, then you're just going to sign up so I can give you the Zoom link. And if you can't join all 3 days live, I get it. I understand. Sign up anyways, because I'm going to share the replay so that you can watch it on demand, because it's going to be so valuable for you.
Yeah.
So I really want you to take advantage of this opportunity.
Right. And Alicia's a great person to follow on Facebook. Also, she's always posting something about Closet Collective, the different things that you're thinking about and talking about with clothes. Elysha, you are the real deal. You're a professional in what you do, not only a professional stylist, and also have a sensibility for what women need with different body styles and different professions, which you've done with a lot of my clients, but also just your whole understanding of how clothes really do have a soul connection with who we are and how we want to be in the world. And ladies, if you're wearing clothes that don't fully resonate with you, you're going to have subconscious misalignment and you're going to feel off. And if you've been feeling off with what you wear for many, many decades, you're going to want to check out Elysha's work, ElyshaLenkin.com/Mo Reclaim. Got it right that time. So I always love spending time with you, Elysha. I always love talking about I will just say my awareness with clothes and what I wear and how I wear them. And I'm looking forward to another upgrade on that in a couple of months, as we spoke about earlier. I'm ready to take it to the next level and really think about what's going to be important uh, in, as you said, work, leisure, but still looking professional. Ladies, we still have, I'll use the word, a responsibility to telegraph our authority and the responsibility we have in a company with how we wear clothes and how we look so that we're setting a tone that is congruent with our power and our authority. Please don't go backwards on that, thinking that, oh, I can finally dress and wear whatever I want. It's still not that way. This is a work environment, and I really want you to shine in your highest, best self in your work and in your contribution in the world. And then when you go home and you're sitting on the couch or having dinner or going out with friends, you can add even more creativity to how you look and what you wear. Elysha, fantastic seeing you again. Ladies, again, Elysha Lenkin is an awesome, awesome professional stylist. Check out her Reclaim Your Signature at ElyshaLenkin.com/Mo Reclaim and enjoy that next week. Elysha, high fives, big hugs for you. Always great spending time with you. And ladies, if you'd like to check out what we do with Bring Your Soul to Work to land your dream job, it's mofall.com/live clarity for your complimentary clarity call. And we are here every week inspiring you and moving you forward. So have a great rest of your week, ladies. It's time to think about that style. Elysha, always having a great time with you. See you later.
Thank you.